Hey, welcome to another episode of The Tipsy Irishman. With me, as always, because that's a real statement now, is Mr. Jake. He's here on the real shows, not the secondary shows. Anyways, we're here. He's brought us some stuff, but real quick there. First of all, guys, if you're here, if you're watching us, if you're liking the shenanigans that goes on here, hit that subscribe button. I mean, we like that you're liking it, and if you're not liking it, please like it too. But we really need the views and the subscriptions. That really helps us out. And we're trying to get off that coffee, or not the coffee, we're trying to get off the dip and cigarettes. We'll get yourself some grinds. It's got caffeine in it. This week we're running on the double mocha Christmas gift. So, go to getgrinds.com. Put in the Tipsy Irishman sent you, and hopefully it gives everyone some love. But on that note, my friends, thank you. Welcome for being here. And for no further ado, I'm going to take it over to Jake here.
I'm back here.
He's hiding behind the bottle.
Behind the bottle. It's a big ass bottle, dude. It's a really cool bottle. Yeah, so tonight we've got a cool one. This is the 2022 release from Yellowstone Limited Edition. We're a little late to the party on this one. This one's been out for a few months. Wandered into a local shop, figured I'd pull the trigger on it. I've never tried the limited edition stuff from Yellowstone, and actually I just got into Yellowstone maybe a year-ish ago. They started dropping store picks in our region. The store picks are phenomenal. They're very high corn mash bill, like 65-70% corn, so they're very, very sweet.
What was the other one you got us that was Yellowstone?
That was the store pick. That was the one we did. That was a Yellowstone store pick.
Yeah, but it's better than the regular Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah. No, the store
Not a
picks
fan
are
of the
fantastic.
regular. Straight off the shelf, the one I'm not a fan.
Limestone Bridge Distillery, they're out of Lebanon, Kentucky. They are actually named after the national park, not the television show. They've been around a lot longer than that.
Sorry.
And this is my first jump into the limited edition stuff. They've been doing this since 2015. They do an annual release. All the blends are completely different. They're finished completely different. This year's, I got notes on it because it's pretty hefty. This year is a 7-year, 15-year, and 16-year aged bourbon blend. So there's 15 and 16-year-old bourbon in this blend, which is crazy. And they finish them in...
How could it be wrong then?
Right. Well, hang on. Because they finish them in Marsala Superior casks, which I had to look up because I had no clue what that was. I've heard chicken Marsala cooking wine.
Marsala wine?
Yeah, so Marsala Superior is an Italian wine. It's a sweet dessert wine. It's white.
It's white?
It's white wine, yeah. So it's a sweet white dessert wine.
Well, the Marsala one is not white.
Whatever a Marsala Superior is.
Interesting.
Right.
Learn something new every day, kids.
Right. Finished in those barrels. No idea what it's going to do for the flavor. I didn't do any research on this when I first got the bottle. I had it for about a week. You can see we've kind of hit it a little bit. Dropped it off to a couple buddies of mine, and we were tasting because, again, these are bottles that don't come around all very often, and I like to share. And I am a big fan of the regular Yellowstone
He does
stuff.
like to share, kids. I'm a testimony.
What'll be interesting with this one, retail on this one, I want to say is like $99 or $109 or something. I think I paid $119, which is not terrible. The secondary on this is running around $170, $180. It's not a huge markup, but the store picks are like $60, $70. So this is double what a store pick is. And so when we're tasting that, comparing it to the last Yellowstone we did, that's really what I use as my marker.
That last one was good.
The last one was delicious. I mean, that Yellowstone is fantastic. It makes
I was
really
like,
good
no,
mixer.
it can't be any better because I didn't like the other one. I got just the normal one you see at the store. I was not a fan.
I made that
other
mistake
one
with
was good.
Larceny. I got the Larceny bottom end stuff one year for Christmas, the small batch stuff. I hated it, and I avoided the foolproof forever and a day. And then one wandered in, I pulled the trigger on it. And it's really, really good. So don't
What
let
we're saying
one,
is,
don't let one skew you for the entire rest of the lineup.
Try it all first before you say, hell no.
Spend the money, try it all, buy all of it, see what it is.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, send it to us.
You might, you might find a diamond in the rough too. Just saying. I love that sound.
That's
I love that
great
sound. I
pop,
love that
man.
sound. Love the bottle too.
Yeah, really, really cool bottle.
I love those weird.
Yeah, well, and this is one of those things when you see it on a
necks
shelf,
the end.
you know exactly what you're looking at. Once you've seen it once,
I can smell it already.
You know what you're
Holy
looking
shit.
at.
That smells good. Very good.
Weird thing on this bottle, for being a limited release, limited edition, it is a really cool bottle and a great stopper, and it's high quality and all that kind of stuff.
Ooh.
They give you a little script here about what it is and who the distiller is. The distiller on this one is Stephen Beam, master distiller. But on this one side of the bottle here, they don't do anything. There's no embossing, there's no engraving, there's no stickers. That's a lot of real estate for them to leave blank. So that was kind of odd. A lot of those limited edition bottles, like Four Roses limited edition bottles, really, really nice and engraving and all that kind of fun stuff. But so yeah.
I'm gonna say 105?
On the proof?
Yeah, 105. It's big. It could be up there, actually.
So I know it.
109.
You should have stuck with your first 101. Should have stuck with your first answer.
It went
It's in
hard.
that range. Again, you can take a full big.
It smells
Breath.
more proofy than it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I was close to 105. That
smells fantastic.
It's very good.
It's got some really good notes in it. It's almost like a dark,
it's gonna be
figgy fruit. I can't quite put my finger on what the fruit is. Maybe the Marsala wine cask influence.
Oh yes, there you go. Yeah.
Kind of a sweet fruit something or other.
Not a big. I love chicken marsala. Though. That's a great. If it's done right, it's done right.
Yeah, definitely. You know, for being as old as it is, 15, 16 year, you're not getting a lot of those pungent, tobacco, leathery, dusty notes that you get with some.
You are kind of getting the.
It smells like it's got some age. It definitely doesn't smell young. And they don't tell you what the blend is on the bottle. So I have no clue how much 15 or 16 years is actually in here. It could be 2%. Lord
It's
only
like,
knows.
yeah, we'll throw a little of this in, we'll throw a little of that in.
But it smells really, really, really good. A little citrusy, very sweet.
Sometimes I like the smell better than the taste.
Yeah, that'll happen. Actually, you know what I like to
Who
do?
am I kidding? I still like the taste.
When I finish them, I'll let the glass sit out for about an hour till it dries, and then go back and re-smell it. And the dried aromatics kind of help me to better understand what it is I'm tasting. But yeah, with that,
I gave her that 114 last night.
cheers. Yeah.
And she was like, God damn. It smelled so good. I knew right away though. You got that thing that goes up in here, I'm like, oh, it's gonna hurt.
Shout out to my wife who has been trying just about everything I've opened recently. She actually tried a 117 proof pinhook store pick and loved it. Thought it was fantastic. We had some 126 proof bookers over New Year's on New Year's Eve shooting off fireworks. She loved it. She's getting heavily, and she's gonna start breaking into my stash, which is gonna be a bummer for me
That's my job.
on a personal level.
That's my job.
Cheers.
Saluta. Oh, that's way more smoother than I thought it would be. I don't know if that's a word, but wow, that's
Wow, the finish on that is fantastic.
that drinks less. That drinks.
Very sweet. Very
Just a
sweet
little,
up front.
just a little bit. Right here.
I will say this about this compared to the regular Yellowstone. This has a much better finish. It's got some spice. It's got some build. It lingers. It stays that
If you
high.
gave me this and didn't tell me it was Yellowstone, I'd be like, oh, it's Yellowstone? Really?
I get a similar kind of like white peppery note like we got off the Russell's Rickhouse, which would make sense. Bean products.
I had some of that last night. That was good.
Yeah, that Rickhouse stuff is fantastic. A little nutty.
Just straight, no ice. I just sipped
He's
it.
growing up.
I just sipped it. Yeah. I'll tell you what I did though. I took that 14. I put it in the freezer. So good. Freezer and this just straight in the old glass there.
I have no clue what that note is. It's got to be the
Yeah.
Marsala Superior cask. I've never tasted that on a bourbon before.
Yeah, it's good.
It's-
It's smooth. It's oily, but not in a bad way.
Yeah, very and viscous and it's sweet, but it's
Yes.
not bourbon sweet. Like bourbon sweet is normally brown sugar, creme brulee, vanilla. This is differently
It's
sweet.
building up though for me a little bit.
It's really good.
It's good. It's good.
I like that a lot. Now I got nothing to compare it against. I haven't had any of the other limited editions. Remember, all their limited editions are done differently. They're finished in different casks. They got a different blend. This is the 2022 release. 7-year, 15-year, 16-year. You can definitely taste a little bit of that age.
It really pairs with the smell though. The smell and the taste really just.
Yeah, there's some that smell fantastic and then you drink them and you're like,
And vice versa.
And
Some
then vice
smell
versa.
terrible. You're like, oh, that's super smooth. Like the William LaRue Weller.
Yeah, you didn't like the smell on that one?
It smelled like it was going to punch you in the face, but it went down like a baby. So it was so good, and then I got depressed because I'll never see it again.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely never see it now. The whole distribution network's changed.
Yeah. Oh.
At 101,
Let's
I
not cry.
think it drinks at or maybe slightly above the proof. That finish is really, really
Yeah.
good. That's a really good finish.
105. So that's kind of how I feel. Like it's a 105-ish.
It's got a great finish for being 101. Generally, I equate 101 to about that 100, that bottle and bond range, where you're talking that Heaven Hill bottle and bond, your E.H. Taylors. They're very good, they're very sweet, but the finish is not really there. This finish is excellent.
Like Evan Williams, bottle and bun.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's great. It's not. You're not taking it home to mom to get married or anything.
I will
It's
caution
good.
you, if you don't like funky whiskey, I know that's a common term in the industry, is
think
that
it's
whiskey's got
funky?
some funk on it. This one might turn you off a bit. I think it's the Superior cask influence that's giving it that flavor, that little bit of funk. I love it personally. I think it's great.
think it's great.
Yeah, the Willet, the 8-year Willet weeded that came out this year had that funk on it. I absolutely love it. I drained that bottle. It was fantastic. So
I like it when it's I like smooth, but I like when it's you're gonna take your time. You're gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be mellow. You're not gonna down it like you're trying to have a party.
See, I like the fringes. I like stuff. I like weird stuff. I want my whiskey to be weird. I can get middle of the road whiskey. There's a billion of them.
Yeah, right.
I want my stuff to be a little odd, and that's what this is. And I think that's what they're trying to achieve with that finishing. Right? They're putting it in a type of wine cask that I've never heard of before, and I have never ever seen. Generally, you're going to see sherry casks. You're going to see port casks. You're going to see cognac casks. You're going to see Armagnac casks, things like
Tequila
that.
casks.
Yeah, even tequila casks. I've never heard of this one, and I think it's very, very good. I think the blend is fantastic. I think they did a really good job with the aging. It's not over oaked. It's not over leathery.
I love I just love. The reason I bought the original was because I got a limited edition label. They did a series where they did. I think it's a different geyser on every label, so you get all the geysers. And I got one of the geysers. I think it's for their 50-year anniversary.
Any clue what that is? Is that Old Faithful?
I think so.
Yeah, it's big. There's a big geyser back over here. But... So yeah, this was released right around 4 months ago. If it hasn't hit your area yet, you may have an issue with your distribution network. But if it has hit your area, it's probably gone by now. Limited edition stuff doesn't stay around very long. No matter what it is, people are just going to buy it because it's interesting and it's different.
But go in, talk to your guy who you get your liquor from, make a relationship.
Well, tell him you're interested. That's
he might have some behind the counter you don't know about.
Everyone's
Wink,
palate's
wink.
really, really different. I was in talking to my local guy this week, and he said, "Hey, Jake, I've got the Peerless Double Oaked. Any interest?" And I said, "You know what? I've had it before, and I don't like it. Pass it on to somebody else." He knows my palate. He knows what I like. He offered it up to me. I said, "It doesn't do it for me."
Yeah, that's me too, though. Sometimes I'm good, thanks. I'll
Yeah,
pass.
like
I'm pass. Thanks, though.
Either I'm good on it, I got enough, or I've had it before, and I'd rather somebody else enjoy it than me just stash it in my bunker. Or
He's
something.
he's very selfless when it comes to making sure people get some boozage.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean that's
the most less selfish person I've ever met when it comes to allocated bourbons, by far.
You know what's really great for this year too, right? For 2023, and we didn't do this last year, and we should probably do this year. Starting at the end of the year, the releases for 2023, we should start keeping track of the specials, the random stuff that just drops in 2023, and start taking our notes. And at the end of the year, we should go back and kind of talk our way through the things that happened in 2023 that we really enjoyed and how it stacked up, because we did do a lot of really interesting stuff last year.
We did.
The Old Ezra Rye was a brand new release. The Rick House was a brand new release.
Rick House, that's good.
Yeah, Rick House is great. Russell's Reserve 13 was a brand new. So there were brand new releases last year that we did get our hands on, but we didn't kind of go back and bounce them off each other. I think this year, like we've talked about before, you're expected to see a price hike. Everything's more expensive. Labor's more expensive. Raw materials more expensive. Shipping's more expensive. So you're going to see things jump, and that's really where that conversation comes into play. Is it worth the money?
It's going to jump. It's going to hurt.
Right. I would
real.
pay $130 for this all day long. I've had other bottles in that price range that were nowhere near as good as this. I think it's delicious. It fits my palate. I like it a lot. It's very sweet up front, very corn heavy up front, but then you get the age, you get a little bit of the spice, you get that kind of leathery tobacco-y note on the back end, and then whatever that weird Marsala funky influence is. I like it. I think it's great.
Oily.
Yeah.
But not a bad oily.
No, not at all.
Maybe we're getting our omega 13s in or whatever it's called.
What's
omega
that?
3s. We're getting our omega.
Oh, you're getting our omega. Yeah, we're getting our oils out of our bourbon. Yeah, that's what I told my wife. I drank water today. Just had some corn in it. It's fine.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
But I think if I saw this one again, I would probably pull the trigger on it. I would probably try the 2023, or if I could get a backup for this one, I would pull the trigger on it. And the last couple ones that we've talked about, we both said weren't worth the money. This is the first one in a while that we kind of said, you know what, I think this one's worth the money.
It's good.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
I was cold. I'm not cold anymore.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to get freezing out here.
It warmed me up a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna get down to 50 tonight in Florida.
We're running the outside studio these days, kids, because it's just better.
Yeah, it's still kind of nice here, but
sorry about the police helicopter going over top. But
if you see it out at your local bar, I would say for a pour on something like this, $15 to $20-ish wouldn't be unreasonable. It is limited edition. There's not a ton of them. They made 30,000 bottles, I believe.
Let's try the Cheesecake Factory. That's like $75.
Oh, yeah, that's $1 million. Yeah. So this is actually bottle 26,443 out of 30,000. So when you spread that across,
30,000 is really not a lot.
That's really not a lot. It goes pretty dang fast. So keep your eyes out for it. If you get a chance at it, I would absolutely pull the trigger on this one. This one's really, really good. Similar, if you see a Yellowstone store pick, if your local guide's in, you're hesitant, you haven't tried it before, The Yellowstone store picks are great. They're high corn mash bill.
It's,
They're very, very
it's
sweet.
a red label, right?
Yeah, red and
so,
black.
so you can tell. There's the normal one's goldish. Just the generic one that's on every shelf is goldish, but the one he's talking about, it's a reddish gold label. You can't miss it. It'll definitely stand out.
That's an unassuming bottle. The bottle shape's kind of unassuming. It's small and slender and short-necked and foil around the top type thing. It took me a while to pull the trigger on one, and once I did, I went back and bought extras. I stored them because they're great.
That was good too.
Yeah, that one's really, really good. And that $60 to $70 range, it's something sweet. It's approachable. You got people that are new to whiskey. That's a great one to take out when you're with your buddies, because most folks haven't done much in the Yellowstone arena, and it's very good. It's very approachable. So I highly recommend anything from the Yellowstone guys. Has been fantastic.
Except for that one. Except for the one I didn't like.
Oh, the small batch.
Yeah, just the regular old.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, you're turning into a whiskey snob. You're not gonna start liking any small batch. It's gonna be tough for you to find a small batch that you really enjoy, because once you start getting,
I think I just have my hopes on it, and I think I to try to do that anymore. I try not to, unless I know it's going to be great. I don't try to put my hopes up. That way, I'm not disappointed.
That's tough, man. It's, especially if you're watching videos like this.
I am a snob, though.
You watch reviews like this, and you go into it with this high expectations, and then all of a sudden it doesn't fit your palate.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, that sucks.
I'm not a snob, is where I won't drink stuff that's at the bottom. I just, for me, my snobbiness is the proof level. 80 just doesn't do it for me anymore. So
no, yeah, and
so
well, it's tough.
I'm in a higher thing, and I'm liking Rise, and that can disappoint you too. And
yeah,
so
that's the resolution for 2023. We're gonna do more Rise. 2023, we'll get more Rise. I think we did 2 last year, right? We did the.
I didn't know that I didn't know the rye, the Knob Creek rye. I didn't know that was 100 proof.
Oh, I
haven't had any. I have it on sale. Gift sets are $10 off. Can you believe that?
Mm.
So
you can snag a bottle from there. I've never tried.
So I'm gonna. I don't want the glasses, but I'm gonna buy the bottle next week, and we'll try that too.
Yeah. So 2023.
I'll bring something to the table this time.
We're gonna do more Rise, and we're gonna actually track some of the limited edition stuff that we get our hands on and try. And at the end of the year, we'll talk about it and kind of compare them against each other.
We'll do an end of the year roundup. There we go.
Those are popular in the whiskey tube, man, dudes. The end of the year roundup, and a lot of them are bottles you're never gonna see. They do the way because they're in media, so they get media samples, and they do their end of the year roundup, and it's stuff that you and I will never have a shot at.
Listen, when I started this, I never thought it would be even at this level, and the stuff that I've gotten to try is fabulous. Like
we're not bringing anything here that you can't get locally. You put a little effort in, you can find the things that we try on this channel, and I think that's kind of important. We're not showing up here with unicorn bottles. We're not drinking
$29,000 Pappy's 23.
We're not drinking Pappy's.
Yeah, go on, get you some. Yeah.
This bottle's accessible. They're around. Keep your eyes out for the 2023 release. This one, I believe, dropped in like October, so it's probably gonna be around the same time frame. And if one happens to pop up in your area, I'd pull the trigger on it.
I haven't looked to see if I can get any other than what I have. I should try tomorrow, Monday.
Yeah, for sure.
Sunday, whatever day I work. I'm lost. It's been a rough week. Well, guys, if you can find it, go get it. You've heard it from him here, so you get the stamp of approval from the Scotsman, and the Irishman says you should do it too. Whatever. Take one of our advices or both. I don't care. Listen, as always, my friends, please drink one for us, because you know we're drinking one for you. And we will see you on the next one. See you later, guys.